What's happening, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. If you've never been here, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up and the notification bell, and check out plenty of the videos that I have. Everybody else, welcome back. We're going to talk about the case that's in the media right now with former Jets quarterback, New York Jets quarterback Mark Sanchez, because I want to point out a couple of important and significant things that I always preach to you viewers on my videos. Something that's very important, that, well, a few factors that we're going to get to that are very important. So Mark Sanchez, the New York Jets former quarterback and Fox sports analyst, has been arrested on numerous charges. Those charges are felonies. They are battery, which is an assault charge. That battery charge has recently been upgraded because the severity of the injuries of the other party. He's also been charged with unlawful entry of a motor vehicle and public intoxication. And this was over an incident over a parking spot. Over a parking spot. And this is what I talk to you about. This is how fast life can change. This is how quickly things can spiral out of control and go downhill, especially when alcohol is involved. I told you that alcohol is one of the most dangerous drugs on this planet. And let me explain to you what happened. This all happened because Mark Sanchez was drunk. Past 12 o'clock at night, they say nothing good happens after midnight. Okay. Past midnight, Mark Sanchez is drunk. There's a truck driver. His name is Perry Toll. He's 69 years old. He's on the job. He's working. He has his truck parked. Sanchez obviously doesn't like where this guy has parked his truck. But the truth is, it's probably just because Sanchez is drunk, out in public past midnight. He's been partying, obviously. He approaches Toll. He approaches Perry Toll, and he enters his motor vehicle and attacks him. And the truck driver pepper sprays him at first, and that backed him up for a second. But then Sanchez comes forward again. You have to imagine the fear that this truck driver was in. So I want you to imagine this. This guy is 69 years old. Just say he's 70. He's a 70-year-old man. He's working, and he has a man who's a former NFL football player. He's a big guy. He's in good shape. He's 30 something years old, 38 years old. And he's coming at him in the middle of the night drunk. And this guy has no choice but to try and defend himself. No choice. So he pepper sprays him. Sanchez comes back for more, and he cuts him. He rips his face open. So he must have been carrying a razor blade or a box cutter or something of the sort, because you could see the injuries, the severe injuries on Toll's face, who was in the hospital. And at this point, the truck driver, Perry Toll, has no choice but to fight for his life. I would feel I had no choice, and I'm sure you would feel at this point, if you had a man who was 30 years younger than you coming at you, the size of a football player, coming at you drunk in the middle of the night, opens your door and is attacking you. You pepper spray him, it doesn't work. What choice do you have? So the man pulled out a knife. Thankfully, he had a knife on him. He stabbed Sanchez a couple of times. And I guess Sanchez got the picture then, because he stumbles away. And, there's videos of him stumbling away. And he gets arrested. So both men end up in the hospital. And looks like they're both going to survive. This could have quickly turned into a murder. This could have quickly turned into either one of them being killed uh, over a parking spot, over nothing. But when I say it's over a parking spot, it's not really over a parking spot. It's over someone being drunk. That's what it's over. And if you look at my video, check my videos. I wish you would go in there. I have a video, The Dangers of Alcohol. Okay. And alcohol is responsible for killing more people. This is a fact, not an opinion. It's responsible for killing more people than all the other illegal drugs put together. You can't think straight when you're on alcohol. You can't walk straight. You can't. Some people can't even stand up, right? And so this is a matter of someone being drunk, and now he's going to pay the price for it. Let me tell you, it's so early in this case, but I can almost guarantee you that Mark Sanchez doesn't do a day in jail for this. He's out on bail right now. He made bond, and he was arrested when he was in his hospital bed. I don't believe any other charges have been put on the truck driver. This happened in Indianapolis, you know, and credit to the Indianapolis police for arresting Mark Sanchez. Because sometimes, when people are rich and famous, they don't get charged right away, but they charged him right away. But because of his money, because he's a multimillionaire, because he has tens of millions, if not $100 million, I guarantee you that Mark Sanchez doesn't do a day in prison. Doesn't do a day in prison because the criminal justice system works on the green. It works on how much money you have, and you can buy your way out of trouble. The O.J. Simpson case taught us that if you have money, you can buy your freedom. His money is going to buy him his freedom. If this case were to happen to me, let's say I was Mark Sanchez and I opened someone's car door drunk in the middle of the night, attacked them, and slashed their face open, I would get 15 years. Easy. With my criminal history, I would get more. But even if I didn't have a criminal history, I would get, let's say I was a first time offender and I just had a regular attorney, or I couldn't afford an attorney and I had a legal aid attorney, I would easily get 5 to 15 year sentence for assault in the first degree with a weapon, public intoxication, and entering a motor vehicle. I would get 5 to 15, um, if not 10 to 20 years. He is going to end up. Mark Sanchez is going to end up with probation, and this case only happened 48 hours ago. And I'm calling it. I'm calling that he ends up with probation. So the reason I'm telling you this story, because the story's on the news and you can see it, but the reason I'm telling you this story is this is I need my viewers to always pay attention to how quickly life can change, to how quickly something can happen, right? And when you don't use like this guy Perry Toll, he's just at work. He didn't do anything wrong. You know what I mean? Even if he parked in the wrong spot or he parked in an illegal spot, it's nobody else's business. You just mind your own business in the world. And that's what Mark Sanchez should have did. He should have just minded his own business. The truck driver didn't have anything to do with him, but he was drunk and he got involved. So you shouldn't be out on the streets drunk at 12 o'clock at night. I'm anti-alcohol. I don't think you should drink at all. But, if you're going to drink, you shouldn't be out on the streets past midnight acting like a fool. You know, this guy, Sanchez, deserves whatever he gets. And it's just unfortunate how quickly things happen in life. You have to live your life with discipline. You have to think for other people. You know, I'm sure he's going to bring in a very high-powered attorney. He's going to bring in $100,000, $200,000 attorney, if not more, because he's got the money. And that money again, I'll have to say it is gonna do well for him. Because when you're broke, you're a joke. So try and live with discipline, guys. Try not to get drunk. Try not to be drunk out in public. Try to stay away from alcohol. Try and mind your own business. Do not involve yourself in situations that really don't concern you, because somebody could have ended up dead here. And that's all I wanted to say to you and point out is how quickly how quickly life can change. Now Sanchez is going to go through it. He's going to go through it. He's going to have court dates. He's got to hire a lawyer. He's out on bail. Is it possible that he goes to jail? Of course, it's possible with these charges that they give him 6 months and 5 years probation, or 6 months and 5 years parole. I don't think he'll get any time. He's got a clean record. He has no priors, and he's got a lot of money, so he's probably going to buy his way out of this. This guy's going to sue him civilly. Of course, there'll be a big civil suit, and that guy will get paid. But apparently, from all media outlets and from everything that has been put forth, Perry Toll, 69 years old, didn't instigate this incident at all, and he had to deal with stupid ass and Mark Sanchez, who was drunk. And let me tell you something: Sanchez just blew a lot because he was an analyst for Fox Sports. They're probably going to let him go. I don't see him going back on the Fox Sports after this, right? So he blew his career. He blew his job. Who knows if sports will bring him back at all after this incident to do anything involved with television or sports news. So he blew his career. He embarrassed himself. He ruined his reputation. It's going to cost him a ton of money. If he gets convicted, he's going to be a convicted felon. I'm sure he's going to end up probably end up pleading guilty, unless he tries to create a story that this guy attacked him. And who knows? There's a lot of stuff on camera these days, so we'll see what happens. But guys, live with discipline. All right, stay drug and alcohol free. Live with discipline. Nothing good happens after midnight. Stay off the streets. That's the story on what's going on with Sanchez. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.